I'm born ready, Chris. We're gonna go
Welcome to-
randomize. You guys know what randomization is? It's visit two in most
we didn't
research
welcome them.
studies.
We
Nah,
didn't
they don't
welcome
need
them.
it. They don't need it.
Yes, they do. Welcome to the Chris and Dan show. There you go. You've been
If
welcomed.
you're not subscribed, you're not welcome.
Uh-huh.
Which is my opinion.
Good point. I agree with Dan. You got to subscribe. This is important.
Get your
I mean,
ass out. It's not too late to go click that
what is-
back button on your browser. Get out of here.
What does it take? 2 seconds to click on subscribe. It's not that hard.
It's not the action that makes it difficult. It's that your attention is limited, and you know that when you hit subscribe, your feed is gonna be full of this new stuff for a while.
It goes away though if you don't click
Yeah,
on
but
any of it.
people, man, they value their time. You know, they
Sure.
think they value their time. So
Sure.
It's not the action of the button, guys. It's deeper.
Okay.
It's what she
Fair
said.
enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, get out of here.
That is what she said.
You can go somewhere else.
So we just reacted. Dan's so kind. We just reacted to Drake War. So now we're gonna do
Pretty
Edwin's.
sick song.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked it more than I expected for having no clue what it's about. This song, however, I clearly understand what it's about. Very political and very appropriate for today, right?
Politics. You bring in
Very
politics into
Very
the
appropriate. So
equation.
during the 60s, there was a lot of anti-war sentiment, right? That's where the song comes from, War, right? Edwin Starr. Great song, by the way. Have you heard this one? You think you heard this
You
one?
ask me this every time. I don't know until we play it.
Okay.
Edwin Starr War. Oh, yes. Okay. I read the parentheses. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
So you've heard this one.
I know it from Rush Hour. Jackie Chan sang this with Chris Tucker.
Yeah, that's right. You are right. Yeah. But you've never heard the entire song.
I wouldn't put money on it.
Okay.
One way or another.
So now you're going to get exposed to it, right?
Yes.
So
let's expose me.
Very
Dan gets exposed
today.
That'll be the title of the song. Dan gets exposed.
America's had enough of war. We need no more war. Let's play it.
Chris, you're pissing off the military-industrial complex.
Well, they can be pissed.
Well,
stop killing people.
Yeah, that'll work. Ooh.
Yeah.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So, how could you even think I never heard of this?
Dude, you've heard. There's so many songs that would like that money you've heard and haven't.
That last one you played, I don't think most people have heard it.
That's not true. Everybody that clicks on the song has heard of it.
Well, now, thanks to us. But anyways, if you haven't heard this song, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. You're probably like 5. And then you shouldn't be watching.
Well, it's funny you say that because Julie's kind of said the same stuff about you when I say, "Hey, can you believe Dan hasn't heard this song?" And she's like, "No, that's not even possible." Like,
man, this one's on everyone's list. This is a great song.
Yeah. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again, y'all.
It is good for a lot. That's why it happens a lot. So these guys, you know, they were before podcasts. So at the time, they could only communicate this way. There was no long form podcast.
Right.
But now you can extrapolate this message into a long form pod and discuss why war. Sure. I'm not saying it's good, but it's good for certain groups.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, undoubtedly. But it's not good for the everyday man. It's just
not good for the everyday man.
Because the rich man profits from it, or the powerful man, and the middle class or lower middle class or low class, whatever, poor, they're the ones that go and fight and die in this stuff. So it's not fair. If the rich man and the powerful man wants this war, they can go fight it themselves.
Well, if that was the rules, they wouldn't want it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But back to the song. It's getting too complex.
What is listen to me.
Sing it for us.
I despise. 'Cause it means destruction of innocent lives. One means tears. 10,000 of mothers die when their sons go off to fight and lose their lives. I said war. Good God, y'all.
Good God.
Absolutely. Get said again. Oh, Lord. What is it good
Is this the actual singer? Is this Edwin Starr?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Should see him live. You couldn't find this song live?
I couldn't find a better version of it. That the audio was good.
Yeah, their mics sucked back then, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, it ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Wow, friend only to the Undertaker. Oh, wow, is an enemy to all things. The motherfucker blows, my man. War is constant rage within the younger generation. Induction, then destruction. Who wants to die? Oh, wow, good God, y'all.
Good God.
What is it good for? Absolutely. Said. Whoa. Oh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely. Listen to me. Whoa. It ain't nothing but a heartbreaker. Whoa. It's got one friend, that's the Undertaker.
Oh, it's got more friends than that. That's where Edwin Starr gets it wrong, man.
Got more friends than the Undertaker, huh?
Yeah, but see, this was like before those conspiracies. Like this originally, this channel was meant to be conspiracy. We debate whether, and you know, all roads lead back to that with us.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know when this came out. I'm guessing around Vietnam War.
Yeah, 65 probably.
So conspiracy theories, like you had to just talk amongst friends back then. Now you can like form a theory and give it life, whether it's real or not, with the internet. So, like, if Edwin actually believed that, I think it was just put like to make it a simple lyric to understand. But yeah, he had to know that there's people behind this stuff that profit besides just the Undertaker. But I think it was like more of his artistic way of saying it. There's no way back then. I wasn't around back then, but they had to have believed in conspiracy theories even back then too. Maybe not as prevalent as today, but they had to have believed in it. Somebody.
Sure, and may not have been called a conspiracy theory. I mean, I think we did a video on this, right? In which we talked about the term conspiracy theory. The CIA originated the term.
Yeah, nobody watched it. That was painful.
So, yeah.
That's why we started doing music.
Yep.
I could say a Wu-Tang bar, but I won't.
Made him disabled, Billy and me. Life is much too short and precious. It's been fighting wars each day. War can't give life, it can only take it away. Oh, war! Good God, y'all.
Good God, y'all.
Absolutely. Say it again.
Say it again.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Absolutely. Listen to me. It ain't nothing but a heartbreaker.
Ooh.
Friend only to the Undertaker.
Ooh.
Please come and understand and tell me it's not no place for the everyday. They say we must fight to keep our freedom, but Lord knows there's got to be a better way. Oh, whoa, God, y'all. What is it good for? You tell me.
You tell me.
Say it. Good God.
Good God.
What is it good for?
Yep. Yep.
The more feel good whatever the political class is that's in power, the more feel good bill or whatever they're trying to pass is sounding, right? The Patriot Act. You need to question it even more.
Oh yeah. And yes, agree. And yeah,
keep your freedom. Yeah, question that.
Sure. Question it all. But yeah, I was starting to think like, did they back then, like in the 70s, there was only like 2 channels, right? Or like 3. I don't know how many channels.
There was 4.
It was before cable.
ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS. There was 4.
Okay. So
Maybe 1 or 2 local channels, but no more than 5.
So the military, industrial,
6.
and later Hollywood complex profit a lot off of war. Hollywood glorifies war.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that, right? Like Call of Duty, you can even take it to video games. Like Call of Duty has become a way for the military to recruit kids to join.
Well, yeah, and going into that theme there, the military actually released the video game. Do you recall that? This was
I know,
about
yeah,
15
yeah,
years ago,
yep,
20 years ago.
yep. And they constantly run like ads on the games, like Call of Duty, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, obviously war is good for a lot of people, all right? Because
Mm-hmm.
when you factor in, it's no longer just the elites. When you do the military, industrial, Hollywood complex, if you think about all the people that that machine employs, it goes down to further than the elites. Obviously, the elites benefit the most, but a lot of people benefit off of that. A lot of people benefit off of war.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that I, how do you so it's not just America that fights wars, right? It's not just not the USA, but how do you maintain your power, right?
Yeah, Ray Dalio, we reacted to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, he was right, but he was, and probably this is testament to the time. Like, if he would have made a song probably expressing how he truly feels about it, he would have been canceled. And back then, canceled is like you just don't exist. Like today, canceled is like, oh, you're not allowed to go on social media anymore. But back then, it's like, no, we wouldn't know what this song was. Like we
Mm-hmm.
would never be reacting to it.
Oh yeah, wouldn't get airplay.
These days, you can still release this song even if they didn't like it. Um, but back then, you couldn't. Like you had
Well,
to
so
appease to the powers that be.
well, the powers that be at that time didn't care for this messaging, right? It's funny how things have flipped because I
Well,
agree
you
with
were
you.
around back then. I don't remember.
Well, this song actually came out. I looked it up. This song actually came out in 1970, so I was
Oh
just born.
shit. You were just born. But you had your finger in the zeitgeist.
Well,
Like Scarface said, put your
sure,
fingers in a dike.
sure. But getting back to what you were saying, right? Hollywood used to be very opposed to war, right? Um, the actors and actresses and things of that nature. Um, that's where this gained traction, this kind of music. And there were a lot of songs that came out in the 60s and 70s that were
Well, the actors and
anti-war.
actresses and musicians still claim they don't like war.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case.
It's virtue signaling.
Yeah, it's virtue signaling it, and they do that often. They say exact opposite of what they think.
Yeah.
Right?
You think Top Gun would be such a popular movie? It's about to come out again. I'm gonna go watch it. Great reviews. You think it would be popular if it was not about war? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the whole context is military and
Yep.
it's glorifying war, and like we have to respect our armed forces as well. So it's not bad thing to watch it, but at the end of the day, it's glorifying war.
And we're just briefly touching on all kinds of concepts here, but getting into that, right? It's so ingrained. Even women, they're very much attracted to soldiers, right? Um, generally speaking.
Wow, these days,
No,
yeah, I
I
don't
still
know.
think so. I still think so.
2022, I think Beta Man is in.
I don't think so. I
I
really
don't know. I'm
don't.
just talking shit. I have no idea.
I don't. I still think
They're
women.
trying to make the genders equal. Who was it that said it? We're
No, I.
trying to make
That's what
Tom
I'm saying.
McDonald said.
We're just barely touching on these concepts, but I still
Yeah.
think most women prefer somebody that's somewhat masculine, opposed to feminine. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Those values are being lost, and maybe who knows? Maybe that's not a bad thing, but
I didn't
yeah.
say all women, but
No, I
most.
know, I know. But if you're a woman that doesn't value that, it doesn't make you a bad person either.
No,
So,
if you want a feminine man that cries a lot and all that, that's fine.
like emotional support,
Yeah, or
man.
an emotional man, sure. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying
Yeah,
there
some
is. I'm
people.
just saying I think women in general are more attracted to masculine, to masculinity.
Yeah.
personally?
Well, college graduation rates demographics will also tell you that men are being phased out of higher education too.
Yeah.
It's like 60-40
Yeah.
and about to push 70-30 in a decade or so.
Yep. It's absolutely true.
Numbers might be slightly off, but the concept's
well,
correct.
You could. That's another thing you could talk about for 15, 20 minutes if you wanted to. And that could be that. I mean,
Nah, I gotta go.
No, I know, but
Gotta
I'm
randomize a patient.
I'm gonna say one thing real quick about that. So, and this is gonna get some people pissed off probably, but it could be that men are deciding.
See you guys.
It could be men are deciding. You know what? It's not worth the cost, right? Taking on $200,000 in debt, it's not worth it. I'll just go be a policeman, or who wants to do that these days? Or fireman.
Entrepreneur. Nobody's doing that. They're doing entrepreneur.
Or go to a trade school, right? Learn to be a plumber or AC or something like that.
Or make an NFT and
become
a billionaire.
You're talking about higher concepts. I'm just talking about getting a job, right?
Oh.
Which is why you go to college, supposedly to get a better paying job, right? But maybe people are starting to realize, men in particular, that taking on $200,000 in debt, I'd be much better off if I just got a job today.
Right.
I mean, that could be the thought. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. We're only one show and one minuscule speck on the YouTube.
This is true.
Platform. So let us know what you think, guys. I don't know what else to say. Good song. Great song.
Great song.
Not good. Unlike your last one. This is a great song.
And damn, Dan has heard it.
Although I don't think I've ever heard the whole thing.
Okay.
I think I just heard that hook over and over again.
From the movie. And other things, probably.
And other thing. I mean, this thing's been in so many things, most likely.
All right.
Anyways. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let us know your thoughts about the military-industrial Hollywood complex.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching.